Literally just a few days before you got announced, I was still making art of my booksona. I was clearly still interested in this series, even though most of it happened many years ago. I got very hyped when finally after 8 years, a second season has been announced. By the way, if you don't know what EWOW is, it stands for 11 Words of Wisdom, and it's basically a contest where a prompt is given. We submit 11-word-long responses, and the viewers vote which response is the best. I recommend watching EWOW 0A or TWOW 0A from last season if you want more information. We are all represented by these little book fellas. This time we could all submit our own custom booksonas. The one that I just made had a unique color combination and I was testing a new limb style, but I felt like it didn't fit too well, so I had to draw it yet again. Now I'm much more happy with it. It looks very cute. But for some reason I was scared to make it look too much like a furry because I didn't know what others' reaction to it would be. Thankfully I had no reason to be fearful, cause as I was waiting for the episode to be posted, I joined a server to see how the other booksonas looked like. There were very few cat-like booksonas, but one of them instantly became my favorite booksona, so of course I had to draw fan art for it. They got silly and drew my booksona back. It's so cute. I drew for other people as well. Anyways, the reception to my booksona was pretty positive and I decided to fully embrace the fluffiness. So after this round, I'll update the booksona to the very fluffy version next episode. Lots of people were even making booksona cues and I participated too. I'm right there. The prompt was, what did 10 say when he was upgraded to 11? And my answer was, yay, we're twins now and we represent 1.1% of a picture. My thought process was that 11 is composed of 2 digits that look identical, therefore making me think of identical twins. The second part is a reference to the very beginning of the first episode where Carrie says that 11 words represents 1.1% of a 1,000-word picture. This season there are 100 secret AI bots also participating, so I asked ChatGPT this prompt to know what to avoid saying, in order to not be accidentally thought that I am an AI. One advantage that we have as humans is that we are part of a community with references and inside jokes that we can mention. While ChatGPT is likely going to give a far more broad answer and is very unlikely to make a reference to the OSC, I was suddenly not worried about that anymore as soon as we found out the sheer amount of contestants. 100 compared to 16,607 total contestants means it's fairly unlikely to come across an AI bot, pretty much less than 1% chance. Now it's time for predictions. The bottom 49% responses will lose a life, and considering how many terrible, irrelevant or funny joke responses I've seen, but also the sheer amount of them not respecting the 11-word count, I think I'll survive this round. Technically it's okay for your response to be slightly less than 11 words, but as I've seen in the last season, doing the exact number is much more satisfying and the rest not doing that tend to get eliminated. As for the long run, I really have no idea how many episodes will I last. Many people have practiced a lot from participating in similar events based on this, hosted by other people, but I haven't at all. This is genuinely my very first time trying something like this. I think I'll survive till the middle of the season, cause at some point the competition gets fiercer and you'll have to come up with really clever responses to remain in, and I doubt I can do that, but I'll try my best to make it as far as I can. In EWOW 1A I appear at timestamp 306, so I can see who are my neighbors. Out of everyone on this page, this one gets my attention cause it kinda looks like a fighting character. We also have the literal planet Earth participating. I also have randomly paused a lot to look at other contestants, and I even found some cool booksonas. You weren't able to see my whole confessional, so here it is. Later on I realized that what I described as object show with real people competing is actually called an object camp, and out there in the world are many more various object camps that anyone can participate to. I had no idea this was a thing until I found out. During the sign-up period I made a lot of posts about EWOW hoping that I could convince others to join too. I don't know if I succeeded, but at least one person has joined because of my posts, and now they are rooting for me. Yay. I also wish good luck to any of you that are competing. I also paused through the responses and by sheer luck I somehow managed to find mine. Every other response in this page is so terrible, like I'm the only one that actually made it 11 words. By the way, I feared that by putting a comma or a dot between numbers will make it count as 2 words, and I didn't know what to put, but thankfully it didn't mess up the word count. Other people also found their responses, but sadly they tried to cheat. The large amount of responses means that most of them won't have that many votes. There's probably even fear that some will get no votes. There are 11,000 comments on the video, and if each one of them rates 10 responses, then on average a response is going to get 6.7 votes. Other than that, I also tried calculating how long a season would last, especially with the new 3-heart system, which I actually really like, but I realized my math was really flawed and dumb and I don't really know how to actually simulate it. Another thing, Will I make a video like this every time a new episode of EWOW appears? To be honest, I don't really know, maybe if there's enough to talk about. Oh look, the episode with the results has just dropped. Let's see how I performed. I definitely didn't spoil it already in the community tab. Whoa, I did so well. I was aiming to get to top 50%, so I didn't expect to get in the top 5% and gain an extra life. When ordered in alphabetical order, I'm the best performing out of all my neighbors. I saw a lot of red at this letter, so I was scared when looking for myself. While the 717th place is really good right now, at some point when there are less than 700 people left, that would be instead the very last place. But who knows, hopefully I'll be able to keep this up very far into the game. For now I'm gonna enjoy the fact that not only did I survive this round, but I'm guaranteed to also survive yet another additional round. It felt like luck played a very big role in the results, and it's gonna continue to be until the amount of contestants starts to decrease. The low amount of votes per entry means that you have to get lucky that whoever finds you is in a good mood and personally prefers you over others. One of the people that tied for the first place got a single vote that gave them the maximum score. One single person controlled whatever they were going to be first or last. There could have also been the possibility for that entry to be really bad or one of those joke replies, and for that one vote to jokingly rank it really high because it's funny but not realizing that it's accidentally giving them first place. Look at this example. Someone compiled together a bunch of people that responded with, "I don't know," and the scores vary quite a lot. Despite their prompts being exactly the same, the results are drastically different, one of them surviving and the other one not. In any series, the audience is usually the most excited in the first episode, so I feel like it's gonna get worse the next episode with even less votes. I wanna quickly point out how this data confirms what I talked about just earlier, the importance of doing exactly 11 words instead of more or less. Apparently doing all caps is not good. I need to be careful how much I use it, so I'll take a note to not overuse it. I was thinking the way I used it somewhat made me sound more human and showed emotions, including how I used exclamation marks, which are good. All lowercase is also bad. I will just aim for proper grammar and capitalization. It's funny seeing the prompts that performed the worst. So many people didn't even try. What did 10 say when he was upgraded to 11? Wow, never mind. I like water fried. Failure. I like chicken burgers. I don't really care. Something. Yes, I look ugly now. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really see the appeal of being 11. I mean, it's cool and all, but when you think about it. 10 plus 1 does equal 11. Numbers can't speak. He said nothing. He will rule the world. No zero comeback. Man, today is really boring. Well, that's one more problem added to my life. There's also some people that tried getting last by asking the viewers to vote them low, and they seem to have succeeded pretty well at their goal. Now it's time to think of a response for the second prompt. Wish me luck.